Mike Jones Beats.
Let's talk defunding the police in 60 seconds. I was a former federal public defender. I worked in the criminal justice system for a number of years. You have to understand racism in the context of capitalism. If they can get you to be afraid of black people or brown people, then they'll get you to go along with their initiatives that make other people very rich. We'll set aside terrorists and wars and like Mexicans and the wall, and let's just talk about black people in prison. We're the only country that has a for-profit prison system. So we pay a business to run prisons for us. We pay them hundreds of millions of dollars a year. They get paid per bed that is filled, so they have an incentive of filling the beds. So they lobby Congress to make everything illegal. Homeless living on a park bench, illegal. Addicted to drugs, illegal. And they lobby for really harsh sentences so those beds stay filled for longer. We're constantly told that we don't have money for drug rehab centers or social workers or foster care, but we always have money to militarize our police. Defunding the police just means taking some of the money that would go to militarizing them and putting it into our communities to actually help people.
Get my phone. I'm trying to go home. I get my phone. Move your feet there. Move your feet. Your feet at the phone.
This man's an essential
Listen,
worker.
back up. Back up. Back up.
You're not essentially working.
Back up.
We're going. We're leaving. We're leaving. Don't touch us.
bitch has a sign. No, they will not. George got killed by a policeman. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? And that is on motherfucking period. And that is on period. Bitch, what you thought? What you thought? What you thought?
Oh, my mama, I slapped her. My mama, I slapped her. You hear me?
Why are you coming up to me? I'm not even doing anything. It's my car. You know my car. Give me my ID and walk away. You're doing your stuff for no reason. Harassment? Everybody says that's harassment. I wasn't even doing anything. You come up here for what? Harassment? This is wrong with the police. Fuck y'all. Okay, so why are you up here asking questions for? I don't give a shit. It's my car. My kids are here. The doors are open, fool. Fuck off. What the fuck are you talking about? Chill out. Fuck, you know what the fuck you're doing here. You're mad because of what I'm writing. Fuck y'all. Y'all in here killing innocent black people for what? Hispanics, every fucking thing. Color lives don't matter. Even black people, all y'all house niggas doing it. Fuck y'all. Y'all think because you're with the government you're different than us? You're better than us? Fuck y'all. I ain't protesting, but you damn right my car gonna have fuck 12 all over it. Black lives matter.
BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing? One, Shadow Guard, I'm not lying to you. It looked like you want to get kicked already. That's one. Two, I want to apologize about the show being late. I actually, I don't even like the way this is set up right this second. I actually am late today because, I had to go do something. I was out early this morning. I had to run all the way across town. It took me this time long to get back. I had to run all the way across town. It took me this long to get back. So I want to apologize. That's one. Two, anybody trying to watch the live last night, I didn't like my energy during the live. I really wasn't feeling well, like something on me mentally. You feel me? So last night's live, I just took it down. I didn't like my energy. So I just took it down. With all that being said, let's get into the show today. We are going to talk about, this specific show is about all of the shadow agents that's out there that's trying to infiltrate the movement, that's trying to infiltrate the protests. They're doing weirdo shit that don't have nothing to do with what the organizers of the protests is trying to get done. And then we're going to discuss how some of the things that they're doing might actually be helping the movement. It's crazy. But before we get there, do y'all know that Andrew Cuomo is trying to... Oh, hold on. Let's give appreciation to everybody that donated to the chat yesterday. Shout out to James S. with the $5 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate when y'all like the videos, watch the videos, comment. I appreciate all that. That's a whole fact. Let's do morning roll call real quick. How's everybody doing today? What up, Troll King? Who else we got up here? M Boogie, the business. Rio Martinez says blessings, salute and blessings to all. Hit the like button on the way in. It's free. Appreciate it. Let's get it. What up, Kajon Clay? How you doing this morning? James Esh, Fish Loke, salute. What up, Michael Meath? Salute. What up, Keebs? Salute. Ain't you from overseas, Keebs? London. There you go. Shout out to everybody from London. What up, Soto Zen? How you doing today? BP, how you doing? What's up, Rio Martinez? I can't remember if I said your name. Salute. What up, William Summersville? Who else we got up in here? Deezy, E Moneybag. Salute. Who else we got up here? Shy Murder, the young CEO. Let's go. Who else we got up in here? Shy Murder says police beating on white people now. They super mad. That's a fact. I'm going to tell you the funniest thing about the police attack on the white people that was in the intro. One, there's a break in the video footage. So we don't know what the police officers or the civilians had did between that break. There was like a chop there. Like, we don't know what happened at that point. So let's also be a little bit aware that we don't know what the individuals did to get chased down by the police at that point. But before all of that happened, the way that the police was running up on them and pushing them, like, what the fuck? I told y'all. I keep telling y'all. Now, the police, since there's so many eyes, they're shooting last. They're not shooting first right now. Right now, they're coming out there straight to fight. I'm telling y'all. When they was pushing those white people, they was trying to scrap. I'm telling you. Like, what the fuck? What up, CT's finest? Who else we got up here? James Belcher. Tell Tina I said what's up. What up, Jeff LaRue? Jeff LaRue said, once again, get the dislikes down. Who the hell does that 5 minutes in? And the same number of likes and dislikes. Look, man, I can't tell you. I'm going to just explain this one time. I guess this is the best way I can say this. There are people that create problems with you, right? And then after they create the problems with you, they want other people to join in and hate you with them because they're like, yo, look, you're my friend. You're supposed to help me hate that person. I don't subscribe to that notion. I'm not going to help you hate on anybody, especially if I don't have nothing to do with that shit. Now, if you're just a person that I don't know, I might not fuck with you, but I'm not going to go out of my way to avoid you. I'm not going to go out of my way to do something to inhibit your progress. A perfect example I could give is we just had one of the public advocates for us, Trife Gangster, say that he basically don't care about our community because, like, our whole community, like, he don't care about our whole community because there's a guy that I know. So he don't give a fuck about none of us. Because there's a guy that I know. See, I don't have that type of energy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to not fuck with you because a guy that I don't fuck with know you. Now, if y'all friends, buddy, y'all always hanging out, I know that I'm going to say things to you that you might say to that person then I might deal with you a little bit differently. But I'm not going to not deal with you because you know somebody that I don't like. I'm an adult. Anyway, shout the Foot in the Ass Entertainment. How you doing there, my brother? Who else we got up here? Patrick N. Crystal C. Haven't seen you in a while, Crystal C. Salute. Nervin Number says, yo, Jack Frost, I was trying to watch the live from last night, but I don't see it. Had to take the live down. Once again, I didn't like my energy, so I didn't like my energy. I just didn't think I did well last night, so I took the live down. That's just a whole fact. What up? You ain't wavy. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. What up, Jenny Lozano? How you doing? What up, Mary? Hey, Mary, you got a green name today. Shout out to you. Salute. I forgot you did that. And who else we got up here? Natasha Johnson, salute. Almond Brown. Okay. How you doing, baby girl? Who else we got up here? DSTN. Tell your wife ain't nobody calling you Dustin, homie. Shadow God came back, said melanin people keep the world in balance. I don't know. I don't know who the Shadow God guy is. You are a good black man and black sister. Thank you. You are a God black. I don't know if he's trying to say that I'm a black man and a black sister, or if he's trying to say that we are God's black men and black. I don't have the slightest idea. But why the men are black men, but the sisters are black sisters? They can't be black women. I don't know. Shout out to you though. Yeah, we got to judge people by their own character. Yay, what up, BQ? We got to judge people by their own character. That's fucked up that dude did that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he don't fuck with our whole community? Like, our whole community. Because I know one person. So he don't fuck with none of y'all. He don't fuck with none of us. Because I know somebody. That's crazy. I'm all of the things. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Anyway, let's get off of that. Shout out to him. Shout out to them. I support the movement. Like, imagine supporting something and finding out the thing that you support don't want you nowhere near them. Imagine that. Imagine finding out that you 100% support a movement just to find out that that movement don't support you, don't want you supporting it, don't care what happened to you. Just imagine that. Like, God dang it. Really? It's like that? Like, it's really like that. Anyway, shout out to Trife Gangsta and all of those guys. Hope y'all get what y'all trying to get, man. I'm actually do support the movement. That's just fucked up. Anyway, oh, we started late today, by the way, for anybody that's worrying about notifications. Anyway, so another thing that I want to point out, the dude that's trying to troll right now just said something. Filter that. Okay, so you're basically okay. Admins, every single time Shadow God comes up, could y'all hit him? Could y'all just kick him? We're not even gonna throw bags at him. Anytime the name Shadow God or any name that looks similar to Shadow God come up now or ever in the foreseeable future, kick them. That's it. Now the landlord is gonna go stand in the damn thing so y'all can hear him. Shout out to him. Your live is top secret for us. No notifications. Yeah, they trying to put the kibosh on the BBN. It is what it is, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm literally fighting against so much shit over here just to stay live. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea how much shit I'm fighting. You have no idea. It's like every single person. It's like they're not every single person, obviously, but you have no idea. Like, I'm fighting against a lot of shit on the shit I gotta go through just in order to do a morning show or a Tonight Show. I don't think other people will be able to go through that shit. Niggas will either be locked up in jail already. You would have killed one of these niggas. I'm just keeping it a stat. Crisis Blacks is Frost. Now that things are reopening, I'm going to relink you with my dude who owns the salon and Cuff in Harlem so you could go live there. Solomon and Cuff. Let's do that. I mean, let's do that. Please link me. This shit is retarded. Yes. Wait, hold on. Before we move on to what we're talking about, do y'all see how much shit I gotta go through in the course of a day? Online, at home, in my neighborhood. Like, everywhere I go, people throw hate at me. This shit is retarded, man. This shit is retarded. I don't think that, like, honestly speaking, man, I might be one of the only people on the planet that have to experience hate 24/7. That's a fact. Anyway, that ain't in jail. That ain't in jail. I experience hate 24/7. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. You gotta just live with it, man. Anyway, Governor Cuomo Andrew Cuomo, is trying to push a Amy Cooper bill. Do you guys remember about a year and a half, 2 years ago? I hope I can find the video where I told y'all they're going to make that illegal. They're going to make it illegal calling the cops on black people. And it's going to be made illegal after somebody calls the cops on a black person and then the police end up killing said black person. Didn't I? Do anybody remember me saying that? I don't know how many who was around here back when I said that. But I told y'all that. I said, yo, look, what's going to happen is you're going to have somebody call the police on a black person for nothing. The police is going to show up. That person's going to end up dying. And then all of a sudden, all types of... I'm trying to... Rio been here a while. You remember me saying that too, right, Juju? So now, Governor Cuomo, shout out to Crisis Black with the $2 drop. He said, Kasha Murder, a.k.a. Nuasata, is my BBN crush. Okay. That does need a law throughout America. Cuomo is apparently trying to make it something in New York State. We'll see what happens, because Cuomo is one of those individuals that speak really good, but he's done quite a few things in the past that you're like, I don't know about you, homie. Anyway, for everybody that has not noticed yet, this is how the new Frost merch. This is the Frost. You're gonna see it say CE. That means Cold Edition. This is the CE Cold Edition Frost merch. This is the CE Cold Edition. This is how the back of whatever you get is gonna look. The CE Cold Edition Frost merch. What up, Vix? We got Vix Star in the building. Alright, so I just want to let y'all know that, because I did bring that up a while back. I brought that up. Actually, I fixed the link. Link is in description. I fixed the link. I think I fixed the link. I tried to fix the link. I hope it's fixed. Mary said it should have been a law. If you commit a crime and someone loses their life in the commission of that crime, you should be held culpable. If you call the police on somebody on some bullshit and that person gets hurt, I think you should also be held culpable. That's a fact. Cuomo wants to make it illegal to call the police on somebody specifically because they're in whatever lineage or whichever ethnicity that they might be. You can't call the police on somebody because of their ethnicity or because of specifically due to the demographic that they belong to. And I believe that's the bill that he's trying to pass. I think they're calling it the Amy Cooper bill. Shout out to Amy Cooper. You are famous now, bitch. I believe they're calling it the Amy Cooper bill. Make it a hate crime to call 911 with. She's never gonna get another job, yo. Anybody out there named Amy Cooper that's not this woman, you might want to go by your middle name. I'm dead serious. You might want to marry immediately and dump that shit. Amy Cooper name is not a win no more, yo. Her whole name. Her whole name. The whole name. Anyway, so they arrested the individual. Let's get to the show. They arrested, how many minutes are we in? 23 minutes. So they arrested the individual that burned down the police precinct. Guess what? It's still not working. I don't know why it's not working. I'm going to try it again. So they arrested. Are the other links working? Can you make sure the other links are working for me? So when I try to fix it today, I don't know what the fuck it ain't working for, man. So they arrested the individual that they're saying they believe burned down the police precinct in Minneapolis. And guess what? He's white. I'm going to say that again. So they arrested the individual that they believe burned down the precinct in Minneapolis. And guess what? He's white. Okay, so I guess I need to explain after I say all that, right? So after I say that, I need to give an explanation. Not a problem. Okay, so they arrested the guy from Minneapolis yesterday. And guess what? He's white. Who'd have figured? Everyone would have figured that the dude was a white guy. Okay, real quick, for everybody that don't know, be safe out there. You know white people are dressing up like the police and kidnapping individuals, right? You know white people are dressing up like the police and destroying property, right? You know that, right? Homeboy's 23, by the way. He just burned down a police precinct. He's done. And they caught, when he got arrested, they caught him in police gear like he was a police officer. Dressed up like he's a police officer. When they arrested him, he was dressed up like a police officer. I'm going to explain something real quick. I'm always saying I am not in favor of the riots. I think that the people who are in favor of the riots, maybe I need to explain a little bit more. That's felony impersonation. He's done. Forget the fact that he impersonated he helped burn down a police precinct. He's done. He's 23 years old and he's done. He's going to get more than those 47 years they was threatening Tekashi with. He's done. He's finished. Now I'm going to explain why I was not in favor of them fucking riots. Because while you got black people riding over here doing whatever they doing, you got white people. Okay, so I'm going to give you the best example. The best example. So there's a TV show. Well, this ain't the best example. This is a good example. So there's a TV show, right? It's called The Last Kingdom. In the 4th season, you had an idiot that went and told his king that the Vikings had went and left town, went somewhere else, right? So while the Vikings was gone, the king, who was an idiot, listening to the other idiot, went to where the Vikings had just left so they could take over the place. That's what's happening. We're going and we're rioting and we're looting in certain places. And the agent provocateurs are going to other areas, making it look like we're doing it, and they're tearing that place up. Now, when that police precinct burnt down, who thought... When the police precinct burned down, everybody was blaming black people. Imagine all the shit that right now everybody is blaming black people for, or minorities, or the riot, or the movement, that they're not any part of it. I played the video clip for y'all of the police officer speaking into the mic, saying that they are white anarchists out there pretending to be a part of the movement, creating the riots, starting the looting. I want change to come, and I want things to happen. Now, if our leaders, and from what I've heard, our leaders is saying loot and riot, they know better than me. This is their thing. So if our leaders are saying loot and riot, that's our leaders. I've been to a couple of protests. I have a couple of the shits on tape. They saying don't get out the streets, stay in them streets. That's the way to win this, right? So I'm gonna adopt that, and I'm gonna believe them because I think that they're right. They know about this way more than me, right? They know way more about rioting, protesting, pardon me, and trying to create change throughout the world way more than me. So I'm gonna agree with them when they say that. Stay in the streets. So that means that the white anarchists are actually helping us create change. Are we now mad at them? Are we now mad at the white anarchists? Could we get a show of hands real quick? If staying in the streets and rioting and looting is helping the overall movement, should we be mad at the white anarchists that's going and burning down police precincts and all types of shit like that? We should be mad at them. We shouldn't be mad at them because we need them. Can we get a quick vote? I'm curious. I really want to know like how people feel on this matter. I don't care which side you're on, by the way. Killer Mike said, burn it down till it came to Atlanta. Thank you, Sha Murder. Now do you understand the energy? I don't think people, they're saying one thing, but when it has to deal with something that they love and that they care for, they're saying something different. Wait, hold on. Crisis Black says, wait, no. Zen Soto says, no, wait. Eric Vasquez says, you're right. Well, Mary said something. Hold on. So Mary says, who snitched on him? I'm curious because it could not have been just him. It couldn't have been just him. They're going to get all of those guys. Vasquez says, Eric Vasquez says, Mary, you're right. There's videos all over the internet showing him and others burning it down, throwing cocktails into stations. I want y'all to understand something. You know, every single person that's looting and rioting, they're going to catch the majority of y'all if they want to. You know that, right? Videos and everything else, they can catch you if they want to. I just want you to know this. For all of the activists that's saying go loot and they riot, are y'all gonna go to that lady that got shot in the head with the rubber bullet and try to pay for her medical care? Like, are y'all getting a fund together for the people who are severely hurt due to this? Remember the young boy that got shot in the arm? Are we getting some funds together for these people? I think, wait, hold on. Do I sound like I'm asking for too much? Hey, what up, world famous Peanut Method? Do I sound like I'm asking for too much? We got our activist leaders out there saying stay in the streets. Are we getting funds together for the people that the police are physically hurting? Like that girl that got shot in the head with the rubber bullet. The guy that got shot in the eye with the rubber bullet. The old dude that died. Are we burying him? Like, are we just telling people to go out there and throw their lives away? Or are we going to be held responsible? Or are we going to make ourselves accountable for the actions that we telling them to go do? I'm still saying don't riot. I'm still saying don't loot. My reasons is because I care about the individual. And I understand that certain things are a must, but I can't encourage you to go do those things. I'm also not going to stop you. If you come up to me and tell me that you're going to go loot, if you come up to me and tell me that you're going to go riot, first I'm going to say, don't snitch on yourself, nigga. We on camera. Who was there when those two people was snitching on how they was riding, they was looting, and I was busy like, stop snitching on yourself. And they got mad at me. I gotta take that live down. I'm about to send them rat bastards to jail. What the fuck? I just thought about that shit. Let me take that live down. God dang it. I can't take that live. I gotta go wait and go snip that live up because I just gotta take their part out. But, are the activists that's telling these people to stay in the street and throw their lives away, are they getting money together for that young lady that got shot in the head? She was a really attractive, beautiful young lady. Now she got a fucking dent in the middle of her forehead. Are we putting money together to go try to get her some kind of plastic surgery? Like, or what are we doing for them? What about the kid that got shot in the arm? Are we doing something for him? Y'all for the looting, right? What about the dude that ran in the store and got shot and got killed? Are we burying him? I'm talking to the activists. Because I'm on y'all side. Y'all want me to be on. Y'all want all of us to be in unison, running together in the same line, right? I'm with you. But what are we doing for the people who are getting hurt and maimed and killed following your direction? What are we doing for them? I'm going to tell you something right now. So in that same show I was telling you about called The Last Kingdom, they was having a conversation. And so you got the main protagonist, Uhtred, right? So he's talking to the king, Alfred, right? So there's another douchebag there, and the douchebag says, we're just going to throw men at them. And Uhtred looked and said, but you're going to get a whole bunch of people killed that unnecessarily. And that's what I feel like we're doing when we're just sending people out there to go riot and loot. Like, if there's no plan, we're just gonna riot and loot. You're not telling people, giving people like how to fight the police when the police show up. Like, is anybody telling them, yo, y'all need to have umbrellas because they're going to try to hit you with tear gas. Always make sure that you got the goggles because they're going to try to hit you with smoke bombs. Make sure that y'all out there, that y'all got some people out there that's bringing some leaf blowers. Make sure that y'all got some scissors and some box cutters in order to get zip ties off. Are we giving them any direction, or are we just going out there and we just sending them to the slaughter? Thank you, Almond Brown. She said lambs to slaughter. Like, so what are we doing? So I'm not against you guys. I'm with you. They had a girl that died from tear gas because she had asthma. Like, are we burying her? What are we doing? So I get what you're saying, and I'm 100% with you, right? 100% with you. What up? Let's talk about it. I'm 100% with you. But what are we doing to the soldiers that go out there and get killed, maimed, and assaulted? I get it. Y'all putting all of this money together to bail people out. I get it. You put all of this money together to bail people out. Right? The prisons can't even hold these people. So they're going to be out anyway. You think if the police go arrest 1,000 people in one night, they can hold 1,000 people? You think if the police go arrest 500 people in one night, they can hold 500 people? They don't got a choice but to let people go after a short amount of time. If anything, we should be trying to get arrested to fill their prisons up and then keep riding. Because then they don't got nowhere to put nobody. It's not the point on whether people are willing to die or not. It's whether those people, whether we treat those people the right way and their families appropriately after they go out there and die, after they go out there and get maimed, after they go out there and get injured. What are we doing to take care of our soldiers? I don't understand. Am I wrong for thinking that? I'm just curious. I'm like, yo, what are we doing to take care of our soldiers? Even if you in a gang member and you get fucked up and you go to prison, you like, you know, depending on what your level is of a gang member, obviously, you then people sending you money or whatever, commissary, depending on, you know. So what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing for that? What are we doing for that girl that got shot in the middle of her forehead? She's a little cutie too. She got shot dead in the middle of her forehead. Now she gonna have to go marry some fat dude. I'm just making jokes. I'm sorry about that. All people that got scars and whatever. I'm pretty sure she's going to be fine. But the point is, she's not in pristine condition no more. Crisis Black says, in Palestine, a suicide bomber's family is taken care of by the community. William, world famous Peter Memphis said, I like my freedom, I support the movement all day, but the minute they start burning down cities and destroying cities, it only hurts the community. I'm not arguing that point. I'm also saying that there's very possible that that type of energy is necessary. What I'm saying is, our leaders that's sending people out there to do these things, what are we doing, or what are they doing? Because I'm not one of the leaders. What are they doing to make sure that people are properly taken care of? You're getting people out of jail. Okay, that's not a problem. But jail is a finite amount of time that they were going to stay in there. They weren't going to stay in there indefinitely. We're talking about people that they're injured, maimed, and dead. What are we doing about them? Them. What are we doing about them? Did you see the scar, Armin Brown? It's not a scar. She has a hole in her head. What are you talking about? She has a literal hole in her head. It's a hole. It's like that big. It's a hole. There's a hole in her head. Dead on the middle of her forehead. Like how this hat has a circle in the middle. Dead in the middle of her forehead. Eric Vasquez says, so should Black Lives Matter pay for the soldiers? Who pays? I can see a point to Black Lives Matter being responsible because people out there yelling Black Lives Matter and encouraging the looting and the robbing. No, what I'm saying is this. We want to bail people out. We don't want people to get arrested by the police and stay in police custody because we don't know what police might be doing to them. So we want to bail police out. This is a fact. I'm not arguing against that. What I'm saying is, I don't think she was smiling. I think she was just hurt and trying to laugh it off. But what I'm saying is, we got people that's putting their lives on the line. We got police shooting rubber bullets at people. Rubber bullets can kill. We got individuals getting shot. We got people getting ran over and hit by cars. We got police chasing people down the street and beating them. We got police pepper spraying crowds so they're hitting little kids. What I'm saying is, yes, we want to get people out of the jails. We don't want people to stay in the jails in the police custody because police could be doing whatever to them and we don't even know. But what about the individuals that's gonna have scars that they're gonna have to deal with for the rest of their life, like the family that lost a member, or like I said, the young girl that got shot in the middle of her forehead, or homeboy that got shot in the arm? Or what about those people that the lady was stabbing up? They not that bad. We're not hearing too much about them, but what about them? Are they talking to our advocates, our public advocates? Are they preaching that these businesses these major companies that's now donating money, are they saying you need to put money and allocate money towards health medical expenses for some of the people that's being injured? I mean, I'm not telling them to come out of their own pocket. I'm saying they're not even speaking. They're not even speaking out to try to help these individuals. Like, they're making no effort, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. No effort. No, I don't think the dude that blew up the precinct, that had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter or anything that's going on with this movement. Those guys wanted to blow up a precinct. If anything, they wanted to make sure that black people were blamed for it. But I don't think they even care. I think those are anarchists. They just want to blow up precincts. They're kidnapping our women right now. I'm going to tell you why I hate feminism. I'm going to tell you, you got to bring the kids to a protest so they could, that's the only way to indoctrinate them. So I'm 100% for bringing kids to protests that happen early. Like, if the protest is after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you should be taking your kid up out of there by then. Let's talk about it. Said they've been protesting for 50 plus years. They used to set dogs, all type of shit on people back then. What make think it's going to change now when you go out there? Why take your kids to a protest? There's already been changes. We have a governor in New York City that wants to change a law saying that if you call the cops on a person just due to a demographic that they might belong in, that's a hate crime. We had a mayor of LA, I believe, defunding the police over there. We have a situation in Minneapolis where they're gonna just get rid of the police just in general. So changes are actually being made as we speak. So I don't have to think about what changes are being made. They're literally making changes as we talk. Eric Vasquez says 100% Black Lives Matter isn't anything to help isn't doing anything to help the injured, and I can see where they should be held responsible. 100% I think that Black Lives Matter should be held responsible. Why not? I think anyone should be held responsible that's telling you to go do something, then you go do that thing, and then something negative happens due to the thing that you're telling them to go do. You do hold some responsibility. That's a fact. I don't wait. Says you're on point for us in Minneapolis. They broke into a pawn shop. The order went to a store, killed one person, shot another. Nobody is doing anything for his family. That's my point. So we're gonna get, like, I understand we're in go mode right now. We're supposed to be on go right now. Don't get it confused. But we're gonna get how many people killed and injured because one person died, and that's not the point, that we're getting them killed and injured, but that we don't care is the point. That's the actual issue. Not that it's happening, but it just seems like people don't care. Like it's not as important as I believe it should be. That's my position. And how many of our people did we have to trade for what we should be given as people? I'm not 100% sure where you're going with that. CT's Finest said there is more people out there for the rights now, so in so many different races, so we are able to unite. We have to stay for the fight. Once again, there's always been less racist people than racist people. It's been that way maybe since like the 90s. Like around the 90s is when it started really switching up. So I'm not going to say always. Let me take that back. But since about the 90s, right? We have been having a situation where there's more racist, there's less racist people than not racist people. Like, you had to be alive during the 90s. Like, the 90s was just The 90s was just a time. I can't really explain it. So the point in which I'm trying to make is people are just deciding to use their voice now. It's just that people were silent previously. But now you have people that they are finding out that a lot of the things that they was told were wrong. Like, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Remember for like 2 years, we had people saying that I was reporting over here about Tekashi 6ix9ine and Treyway and all that shit. They was trying to tell people I was lying. You had a ton of people that believed them. At this point, anybody that still believe in them, it's because you want to believe a lie. It has nothing to do with the truth. It has something to do with you want something to be the truth, and whether it's the truth or not, you're going to live like it's the truth. That's what was going on with the people who were, the white people who weren't necessarily racist, but wasn't helping or wasn't getting involved in the movement. They heard things and were around things and probably had family members and relatives who told them things, and they didn't want to believe that these family members and these relatives that they love were necessarily lying, so they just subscribed to the same principles and the same notions. That's what I believe happened. And now people are getting woken up, and now people are thinking more independently. And since people are thinking more independently and more on their own, people are making their own decisions. And so that's why I believe now is the way that this is swinging, in the way that it's swinging rather than in any other way. Also, just so we could be clear, when George Floyd was being choked out, you had this whole entire thing, this whole entire movement. Please thank those people that filmed it, because it's not just that they filmed it. We can hear their pleas, we can feel the emotion that they were feeling. So we got to thank them. So I'm not even really an advocate for Black Lives Matter, but this is the movement I'm an advocate of. I don't know enough about Black Lives Matter for me to sit here in front of you and be like, yeah, I'm 100% with those guys. I don't know enough about them. But I'm definitely not standing here and trying to speak negatively or down on them. I Don't Wait says BLM, Black Lives Matter should always tell the rioters and people that are looting not to burn down black-owned businesses. Insurance is not covering damages from it. That's another problem that I absolutely have. They're sending looters to loot and riot, but they're not organized. They're not. If I'm telling you right now, if they pinpointed spots and said this area, that area, let's stay away from our communities, don't do this, don't do that, that's how we win. Right now, we're destroying our own communities. We don't have the money to build our own communities up. You want to know who's going to build up our communities? Big Brother. The millionaire big companies, those big companies, they're going to come in and they're going to buy up all of those stores where all of the mom and pop stores are destroyed, and they got to move out, and they lost their whole entire, their generational wealth. They lost a business that they probably had for the last 40 years, 50 years, probably 2-3 generations. Now they can't keep it. Now they got to sell to, I don't know, the people who own Target. So you're basically burning down all the businesses in our neighborhood, thus making it so that basically gentrifying our neighborhood. That's a fact. Eric Vasquez. Yahweh. That's a fact. Basically gentrifying your own neighborhoods. So I get it that there's activists that's mad at me because I keep saying I'm not with the looting, but why can't I be against the looting? I'm not out there actively stopping people from looting. Organizing scares the shit out of the government. I think if they would have organized where people was gonna loot, yeah, you're telling the police. I get it, but that's the point, ain't it? Foot in the Ass Entertainment says, what's yours in the community? If it's rented, it ain't yours. It's my opinion. Okay, so when you have an apartment and you rent that apartment, do you say, do you want to come back to my house, or do you want to come back to this house that I'm renting? I'm curious, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. What do you say? Like, if you're single and you're renting and you rent a home and you're about to go try to take a chick back to your crib, do you say, yo, I'm renting this house, it's not mine, are you coming back with me? Or are you gonna say, yo, you wanna go back to the crib? So I want to know, which one do you say, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? I'm just asking for a friend. Yes, looting is bad, period. And I'm once again saying don't loot. But these guys are out there saying loot. Nope, I want you to answer my question, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. My question is, if you was inviting a female back to your crib, will you say, yo, do you want to go back to this apartment that I'm renting? Or do you say, yo, let's go back to my house? you coming back to my house? Come to my crib. Are you going to say something along those lines? Or are you going to say, yo, there's this house that I'm renting, we can go have sex there? I want to know which one are you going to say, Foot in the Ass Entertainment, because I want to just show you just how illogical that's illogical. But I just said if you were renting, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. The first thing I said was if you were renting a house. You see how this, and you know I love your, Foot in the Ass Entertainment, but you see how people do me? Nobody ever wants to answer a straight question that I ask. Anybody ever notices that? Who else notices that? No one ever wants to answer a straight question that I ask. No one. They are telling people to loot and riot. They're telling people to loot and riot, man. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I got it on tape, man. They're saying keep looting, keep rioting. That's what they're saying. So I don't know. Speak to the government, world famous Peter. Nobody answers my questions. I don't know why. I don't know why no one answers my questions. Can somebody please explain to me why no one answers any of my questions I ask? Why? Does it sound like a setup? I'm not setting you up. I'm asking you a regular question. Where is Foot in the Ass Entertainment? Nigga, answer. Thank you, I don't wait. If you're renting, you're not going to say, come back to this place that I'm renting. You're going to say, yes, but literally in the beginning of the question, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Once again, I said, if you were renting in house, would you tell? I literally said in the beginning of the conversation, if you were renting. Nobody ever answers my questions, man. I don't understand this shit. Okay, so yeah, you would what? You would tell her that come back to this place that I'm renting? Or would you tell her, yo, let's go back to my house. Let's go back to my crib. Let's go back to my home. Yo, you coming home with me? Yo, I'm going home. What you doing? What are you going to say? Yo, I'm going to this place that I rent and keep all of my stuff at. You want to come with me? Exactly. You're going to say your crib, right? You want to know why you're going to say that? Because you're taking ownership of something that you're spending money on. So if you think that just by saying, we don't own that block that building is on, you're not even taking ownership of your own life if you do that. You understand what I'm saying? So that whole argument, I'm not here for that argument. Because I believe that we should be taking ownership of our own life. And I believe that we have to preach that all the time and not some of the time. Everybody's going to say, let's go to the crib. Go back to something along those lines. Nobody is going to say, there's a place that I'm renting and keep my stuff at. Do you want to go back there? Nobody's going to say that. Once again, I'm not saying You just changed the argument, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. I'm taking my time with you because you be here and I know you. But you just changed the argument. The conversation that we were having was, just so we could be clear on this, right? The conversation we was having was about ownership of a business that you have, that a building where your business is at. The conversation was not about, that me and you was having, just so we could be clear, tearing up or building up or tearing down anything. That's not what we were discussing. So let's keep discussing, me and you, the thing that we were discussing. After we finish discussing that, then we could discuss the thing you want to discuss. We're not going to change the conversation so we could forget that you were wrong. Or we could forget who was on which side of the conversation, because this is more of an opinion thing rather than the right or wrong. How about that? Huh? Once again, if I'm renting a building where I'm doing my business out of, and you burn that building down, who gonna feel like they burned down your business? If you own a business, you've been raising that business from a baby into a teenager into an adult. You plan on passing that business down to your kids. Somebody burns that business to the ground, making you not just poor, but now you have not paid no, you're fucked. Who's gonna say, well, I never owned that block anyway, I don't care what happens to that business? Who's gonna be pissed? Who's gonna be pissed? Is hands up for the people that's gonna be pissed, because you're gonna be like, somebody burned down my fucking business. Who's gonna be like, oh, I don't own that anyway. I don't own that building. I don't own that block. I don't care about all the money that I owe to people now that I can't possibly pay because my way of paying them have been destroyed. I want to know, who's going to say they fucked my life up, them rat bastards, and who's going to say, oh, I don't care if you burn down my business because I don't own anything. Liberty Hazleton, you own a business. If fucking looters, I know looters ain't burning your shit down, homie. But if looters came and burned your shit down, are you gonna say, oh, that wasn't my building anyway, I don't own anything? The white man owns everything. Are you gonna say that? I'm curious. You know what, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? Where you at? But I'm talking about businesses that don't have insurance, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. See, Foot in the Ass Entertainment got a house he lives in. He got insurance. So he can't even understand people that don't own their house. He can't even understand people that don't have a business. So you're trying to, and I'm not trying to bash you, my brother, but right now, we're talking about people that don't have those things. Just because everything is good with you, fuck everybody else. I'm assuming that's not what you're saying, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. I'm assuming you're not saying, well, I'm good, fuck everybody else. There's people who, okay, once again, I've done explained this before. I hate when I gotta keep explaining shit. We just went through a pandemic. You know how many businesses had to close down? I can't do all the thinking. You know how many businesses had to close down? You know how many people probably lapsed on their insurance due to the fact that their business was closed down and they have incredible expenses that they now have no income in order to fill? You know how many people? Do you know how many people just aren't fully covered because they never needed to be fully covered? There was no reason to think that there was going to be a fire or that there was... You understand what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying, right? I understand what you're saying, but not everybody is in your situation. Not everybody is in your position. So I get it, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. You only care about what's going on with you. That's not the way I rock. So I'm okay with you only caring about yourself. but I just genuinely care about other people other than just myself. And I know for a fact that there are people out there that got businesses that they don't have insurance. That I know for a fact that some people insurance lapsed because there was a coronavirus situation, and you know what? They decided they had to pay their mortgage, or they decided they had to pay a different bill, and they just couldn't keep up with their insurance for whatever the case might be. You know, when you got to close your business down for 4 or 5 months at a time, and your business expenses for keeping the business running are exponential, and then on top of that, you still have to keep up all your other, so what are you talking about? Empire 7110 said, my business got looted and can't even reopen now. So people are actually going through these problems, and you in here, I just thought you was a different type of person, homie. Like, you really showing me, you don't got no heart for people that get fucked up. Insurance doesn't cover everything. That's a fact. You in Brooklyn, homie? Hey, Empire. I'd love to pull up and interview you about your situation. Can you hit me on my DMs right there? I am Jack Frost. I'd love to pull up, interview you on your situation. Derek says, my wife works in commercial real estate and company, and she works for is dealing with lots of people not paying last few months. One restaurant, but thank you. So what I'm saying is correct, right, Derek? That some people are lapsing. That's my DMs. I am the real Jack Frost. Hit me up, Empire. So what I'm saying is correct. That people are lapsing on their insurance because they can't pay. So what the fuck? I can't think of everything. Could y'all help me think of something? Well, some of y'all do, but I'm just saying, I can't think of everything, man. Yeah, I mean, I'll go pull up. I want to go pull up. I would love to interview you about what happened, because I think that people really don't understand that there are people that their businesses shit is happening to their businesses, and they don't know what to do next. If we got Warner Music or whoever that is giving all of this money, $100 million, maybe we should, and they're giving it to small businesses, we should first find out which small businesses got fucked up. Maybe they should go first. That's all I'm saying. Joe Wall said, I feel everything you saying, Frost. Saying right now, Frost, for real. I lost about 75% of everything I've saved on my own due to my company closing down the corona and having a sick wife and 4 kids depending on me. I'm sorry that you're going through that, Joe Wall. That's a whole fact. Shit. And I know, yeah, I feel you too, Derek. That's a whole fact. CT's Finest said his insurance lapsed a few months ago. Fool. That's a fact. World famous Peter Memphis said, that's why I don't think the looting is a good idea. It's hurting the community because these businesses cannot recover. That's my issue. Why I think our public advocates, this is just my opinion, I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. But I think it would be dope. They don't have to do anything, obviously. But I think that it would be dope if our public advocates spoke out about how these businesses, about how, like Sony Music, how they're donating all of this money, right? A couple of $1 million, right? If they're donating this money to black businesses, we should look at the businesses, the black businesses that have been looted and rioted first. Right? Help them rebuild. And the ones that was looted and rioting and were doing well. If it was a business that was already doing bad, we're not going to put good money into a bad business. We're not doing that. All right? I got a relative. They got a business. They do not know how to run their business. They're terrible at it. They're constantly throwing good money after bad. Constantly. For years. They're just terrible at running a business, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but their business don't do well, so whatever you think. I'm going to tell you some funny shit real quick before we move on. I gave them advice for their business before, right? A couple of years ago, right? Now, the advice was actually working, but because it didn't work fast enough, they backed up off of that advice and did something else. The thing I told them to do is how I opened the BBN network. So literally, I told someone to do something. They did not do the thing that I told them to do. Well, they started doing the thing that I told them to do. But since it wasn't a quick enough turnover for them, they just totally just went away from it and started doing some totally other shit. I took the exact same